Hello, family. We're back at it again. It's Monday, so you know what time it is. And today I wanted to talk about conditional versus unconditional love. I wanted to talk about this because I see this a lot in relationships. Doesn't matter what type of relationship, but for today, I'm going to use the example of our children. Okay. So I see a lot of parents who put conditions on how they'll love their child if their child is good, or if their child gets good grades, or if their child plays a sport, right? Conditional love. And that is very terrible for children, okay? Doesn't matter in the context, it's terrible because if you put pressure on a child that you're only going to love them under those conditions, and today I'm using sports as an example, right? Your kid, you tell them that you're only going to love them because they're good at this sport, or they have to get to the NFL in order to receive love or some kind of condition associated with it, right? Okay, well, your kid grows up believing the only way that they will find love is by doing acts, okay? In this case, it's going to getting a scholarship to play a sport in college. So if that child does not get that scholarship or make it to the NFL or any number of those things, then you've tied their whole identity to that sport. And if they fail, then they are traumatized because now they don't know who they are because their whole life you've tied a condition to love. And now, if that doesn't work out and they're not successful, then who are they? You've never told them who they were because you put conditions on the love. And this applies not just to sports. Let me give you another example. I'm only going to love you if you get straight A's, okay? Because you're super hard on the kid and you want them to be successful. So you think that by putting conditions on your love, that is going to make those kids successful. Okay. Well, what happens if that kid can't get straight A's? Then what happens, right? Again, you've tied the love you have for your child to a condition, and that child thinks that if they don't do this, then they're going to fail and it's going to be bad for them because now what are they supposed to do? Only way I'm going to get love that my parents told me was if I got these straight A's. So then that's going to carry through to the rest of their life. And they're going to start thinking it's normal for people to put conditions on love. Great job. You just set your kid up to fail in the real world. Okay? And there's a big difference between conditional versus unconditional love. Unconditional love meaning I'm not going to put limitations on my love to you. I'm going to love you no matter what. As a parent, I'm going to love my kid if they have mental illness. I'm going to love my kid if they're gay or lesbian or anything of that nature. I'm going to love my kid no matter what. Okay? That's unconditional love. You're not tying your love to a specific action. And we have to be honest that a lot of people do that. And it creates unhealthy relationships in general, especially for children. So we have to start giving our children unconditional love and stop putting conditions on it. If your kid's not the smartest kid, that's okay. There's still a path for them. If your kid can't get the sports scholarship, there's still a path for them. It's not the end of the world. Just because you want them to do it and you're tying conditions to it doesn't mean that's right. And so we need to get into the mindset of unconditional love for our children. Okay. I use children as an example because we can all relate to it, but it applies to all relationships in our life that are worthwhile, right? If people are going to love you, I would pray they love you unconditionally for who you are, not what you can give them. And there's a big difference. And we have to stop acting like, that's normal to have it's normal for conditional love. And to me, that's not normal. Unconditional love should be normal. But it seems like there are a lot of people whose mindset is on this conditional. What can you do for me? And then I'll love you. And I think it's just crazy. So if that's you today, then maybe you ought to think about what you're doing to your kid or your relationships and start thinking about how you can unconditionally love them without conditions. Hey, look, this is just me throwing it out there, but people do need to understand it affects people negatively. So I wanted to throw that out there. You guys have a great Monday. Remember, unconditional love for your family and your friends. All right? Take it easy. Bye.